Hey everyone, this video is going to be about loops, but also with a little bit more complexity to it. We're going to have some ifs inside of them. So we're going to come over here. Now, what I need is I'm going to have some user input, and I'm going to have the user type something in. They're going to choose one of the numbers that I display in the little menu. Whatever number they pick, it'll display a little something back to them, and when they choose, one particular number, it's going to end. So we come in here. Let's see, we don't need any random numbers or anything like that, but I do need, some loops, some menus. So I'm going to make, first off, the choice equal to, let's say, -1. I'm going to say while choice does not equal, let's say, 3. I'll just give a couple of choices here. All right, so I'll print off a little message. Please choose an option. All right, so I'll do this one line at a time, make it a little easier to read. Oh, and I'm missing my little outy things. There we go. There we go. So option 1, let's say I'm number 1. We'll say that's one of the options. Cout 2. And let's say who does number 2 work for? And we'll do that after I get this. I think I rather prefer the /ins, but and number 3. Okay, so 3 exit. All right, so there we go. And it's not count, but cout. All right, so those are my 3 choices. And then, of course, I want to be able to type that in. So cin, choice. And it's the other way around. There we go. All right, so this is a basic loop that's going to go until I type in a specific thing here. In this case, 3. I can type in any other number, and it's not going to work. Now, I'm going to put in a couple of if statements here. So if choice is equal to 1, well, that means I chose the number 1 thing. So I'm just going to print off you chose number 1. Or some other message is fine. I probably should put a little end line there too. That way we don't all end up on the same line. Else if choice is equal to 2. Well, if choice is equal to 2, well, who does number 2 work for? I'll just print out the same little basic message. You chose number 2. Nothing fancy. There we go. And else if I chose number 3. Now you may say, well, why not just use else here? Well, I want it to be specifically 3 to leave. If I type in 5003, that should not be one of my 3 choices here. So if I equal 3. So if I equal 3, it's going to end, right? So I'm just going to print a little message. Goodbye. Game over, or something like that. Right. And else would be any other number. Noob. All right. So with this, I now have a loop that's going to go until I type in 3. So it's going to go for a certain... Now, I don't necessarily know how many times I will do this, so I can't really use a for loop. A for loop is designed to go X number of times. Maybe I hit 3 the very first time. Maybe I go 1,000 times choosing other things, and then I hit 3. Since I don't know when that end result is, this is typically what I'm going to have to use. So let's take a quick look. And if I did this correctly, choose your option. 1, okay, 2, 9,001. Okay, 2, 1, I'm going to hit 3, and the thing ends. So with this, I can kind of control whether I stay in this loop or not. Just all depends on essentially uh, how I define this end. And of course, I could still do the Boolean, end and do that, and then in here just say end equals true, and I would get the same result again instead of doing it this way. There's a number of different ways to do the exact same thing in programming. That's why the farther you go into programming, the harder it is to cheat. Simply because, you know, when there's quite literally several hundred variations to do the same thing, and two people turn in the exact same variations for everything, even if you rename things or do this or do that, you end up, if someone's experienced in looking at your code, they will know very much that you did the same exact thing. So there's your quick rundown of loops with ifs.